Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Not at the studio today, but still wanted to get you guys a video on everything that happened at the Colorado Pro Day or Colorado Showcase. That's what the kids are calling it. That's why you subscribe to the channel, though, because no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we're going to get you guys a video as soon as possible. And we are going to be live officially for every pick of the 2025 NFL Draft. So if that's what you're looking for, subscribe to the channel. We also put out free videos every single day. Let's start with this. The New York Giants were present at the Colorado Showcase. They were the deepest team there. Nobody had more parts of their organization at the Colorado Pro Day than the New York Giants. And let's name them off. Let's start with ownership, as Chris Mara, the brother of John Mara, was there, who is the senior player personnel executive. So you've got family of ownership there. You also had Joe Shane there. You had assistant general manager Brandon Brown, special assistant to the GM Jesse Armstead, once a Giant, always a Giant. You had player personnel there, the director Tim McDonald, the assistant director Dennis Hickey, college area scout Hannah Burnett. Then coaches like Brian Dable, Shane Bowen, Mike Kafka, Shea Tierney, Marquand Manuel, Mike Groh, and the assistant quarterback coach, Chad Hall, who is the brother-in-law to Matthew Stafford. So the New York Giants made it clear that they were and are very invested in the Colorado Showcase Pro Day, whether that is with Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, any of the other wide receivers that are there. The Giants in full force were there. And let's talk Shedeur Sanders, and then we'll talk Travis Hunter, as both players did participate somewhat. Shedeur Sanders at the Pro Day. Official numbers, if you're into that sort of thing, threw 63 passes, completed 58 of them, with 3 of the 5 incompletions being drops. I don't care about the completions and attempts and completion percentage when it comes to the Pro Day. Things that I took away from watching Shedeur throw in this type of setting. I thought the ball lacked a little bit of zip coming out of his hand. I don't know if it was whatever it was. I didn't think the ball flew out of his hands nearly like it did with Cam Ward last Friday. And we know Cam Ward throws a ball that has more velocity, is the way I would say it, than a guy like Shedeur Sanders. And I don't think that I'm taking really anything away from the Pro Day. Everything I saw at the Pro Day only reconfirmed what I already believed. Really nice and accurate thrower. Very sound mechanics. Good feet in the pocket. Throws with anticipation. Has good touch. And that's what stood out the most to me. Touch and accuracy. And that's what stands out the most when you watch Shedeur Sanders play football. But for me today, I wanted to see more throws where he was stepping into it and he was delivering a seed over the middle. Or he was throwing a 15 to 18-yard out route, and there was some steam behind that. And I still don't know if he can't do it, but I haven't seen it at the degree that I would like, to where I'm like, all right, this guy can fit it in tight quarters. This guy's got good velocity behind his balls. He's able to fit it in between 2 defenders at the NFL level. He's able to throw those cover 2-hole shots. We haven't really seen that all that often on the film, and what we saw at the Pro Day didn't really give me any more confidence that he could do that. Things we did see, I thought the best throws he had of the day were the deep balls. And I want to make something clear. Arm strength isn't just how far you could throw the ball. Arm strength, a factor of it is how far you could throw the ball, but how hard do you throw the football? How much velocity is behind your ball? How much life is there to your football? How quickly does it come out of your hands? And Shedeur Sanders, I think a lot of people agree, in my opinion, has an average NFL arm. And you can be very successful with an average NFL arm, but you have to be an elite anticipator. You have to see things before they happen. You have to be able to diagnose a defense at a better power than people that have stronger arms, because having a stronger arm and more velocity and just having the ball fly out of your hands more can give you a little bit more wiggle room when you don't anticipate. And I think Shedeur is a good anticipatory thrower, but I don't think he's a great one in that degree. I think he's a little bit overrated in that department. Overall, good day for Shedeur. Like, he crushed it. The media availability, he's always going to crush it. He knows what to say. He is ready to be the face of an organization when it comes to PR, handling the media, and conducting yourself like a pro and performing under the bright lights. I mean, look at all the cameras that were there on NFL Network today. The sideline and the backdrop behind the quarterback was all lined with cameras and media members. I just didn't see the juice that I wanted to see on the throwing when it strictly comes from being able to get it out and have it just kind of take the wide receiver back a little bit. Overall, good day. Nothing concerning. Nothing I'm walking away saying, oh, man, the Giants can't draft him anymore. No, my feelings are exactly the same. If they take him at 3, I will be happy. At this point, I would rather see Travis Hunter be selected than Shedeur Sanders. But I think there is a world where Shedeur can be a successful NFL quarterback. I just don't know if 100% he is a franchise guy. And with the number 3 overall pick, that's kind of what I'm looking for in that department. But I understand the situation. Giants don't have a franchise quarterback, and they haven't taken a swing under this regime. I think they could draft him, and I will be absolutely happy with it, and I'll be ready to root on Shedeur Sanders as the next quarterback for this team. Good timing, good touch, good layering of the football. I thought he showed he could move to the right, move to the left, took some snaps under center, some play action, thought he sprayed the ball all over the field. And his best throws, the tightest spirals, were the ones down the field. I thought he got off to a slow start, and there was one where he overthrew Will Shepard, the wide receiver for Colorado, down the field to the right side. Don't know why I'm pointing with the left. I got the mic in my hand, that's why. Down the field to the right side. Then the very next play throws an underneath drag route from left to right to Jimmy Horn. It's a little bit behind him, and there's 2 quick incompletions. Both those could have been caught, but I thought both those were not perfect balls by any means, and it was nice to see Shedeur lock in, recollect, and then he was almost perfect the rest of the way. The spiral became tighter, the confidence grew, and the ability to just get the ball out and get it on his receivers was better. Good day for Shedeur. What we saw was what we already kind of thought. They weren't just there for Shedeur. Let's make that clear. As there is pictures of Joe Shane and Brian Dable talking and chopping it up with Shedeur. There's also videos and pictures of them doing the exact same thing with Travis Hunter. And I'm just going to come out and say it. Brian Dable looks like a kid in a candy shop whenever he's talking to Travis Hunter. He did it at the owners' meetings in Florida this week, and he did it again in in Boulder, Colorado today. Travis worked out somewhat. Every other Colorado wide receiver ran multiple deep routes. He did not run one. A lot of drags, a lot of slants, some stop routes. He stemmed a post comeback one time. Nothing really where he was flashing any sort of the athleticism that he had. You saw some sudden burst, but we didn't really get much when it comes to Travis Hunter and his pro day. He wasn't even planning to work out today. It was a last-minute decision that he decided to jump in and catch some passes, and that's the only thing he did. He didn't do any DB work. He didn't run anything. He didn't do any of that. He caught some passes, and he did it without gloves. He said he wanted the crowd and the cameras to catch the sound that the ball was coming off his hands. That's what he told Brian Baldinger of NFL Network. I don't really understand that. One thing I did notice about Travis is the mechanics, and this sounds dumb, but the mechanics of how he catches the football is as good as it gets. 2 hands every single time. He's looking it in. He's framing it up. He's making sure he's not always having to catch the ball outside of his frame. He tries to center it up. He's good at lowering his center of gravity to be able to pluck balls that were a little low. And some of these throws from Shedeur were all over. Not a lot, but a couple to Travis Hunter, and he made nice catches. Behind his body, in front of his body, slowing down, going up a little bit, going down. Travis is a special receiver. I've said it a million times. I think he's a better receiver than he is a corner. And I don't want to look too much into it, but he didn't do any corner stuff today. Only did receiver stuff. I bet if you asked him, and you put him on a lie detector test and you asked him, what do you want to play in the NFL? He's obviously going to say both ways, but if you had to pick one, I'd say probably receiver. I mean, look what Jamar Chase just got paid, and look what Derek Stingley just got paid. End of the day, Giants were there in full force. 14 people, I think I counted. 14 people were there. They wanted an up close and personal look. And I think it's pretty accurate to say that one of the 2 guys that worked out today is most likely going to be a Giant at number 3, Travis or Shedeur. Maybe the Browns end up taking one of those guys they were another team that was there. And the Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, was there. And Dion had a long conversation of it that was caught on NFL Network. Excuse me. As I'm reading the tweet, the Browns' top brass, including owner Jimmy Haslam, spent Thursday night at dinner with Colorado wide receiver corner Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. Haslam, GM Andrew Berry, and coach Kevin Stefanski were among many Browns leaders at Thursday's pro day as well. So, yeah, everyone's doing their homework. I did think it was a little noteworthy that Dion said, I think that Travis or Shedeur goes number 2. Could that be Travis Hunter? Maybe the Giants don't get the opportunity to pick him. And then it becomes Shedeur versus Abdul Carter. We're going to see. My question to you is this. Who do you want the Giants to pick at number 3? Is it Travis? Is it Shedeur? Or is it Abdul Carter? Sound off for me and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Now is the time of year you want to be subscribed. We put out more content on YouTube than anybody when it comes to Big Blue. Put out over 55 videos in the month of March. We were live for 44 hours plus. So if you're looking for nonstop Giants coverage, subscribe, hit that thumbs up icon, and we will see you later. Let's go, G-Men.